Hey everyone, and welcome to Citadel Gate. I am much dreading this. I need to wait here first. I need to come here and wait for the two crocodiles. Then I need to try and drive around them. Oh, they're together. That's handy. That's really handy. Come on, don't get crushed. Move. Okay, I think that's okay. Okay, I got lucky there because I need the two crocodiles to be as close as possible. Because if they're further away, it's harder to not crush them. But it's good. Now I need to be quick. I need to get here as quickly as possible. This cutscene triggers. It's possible for them to catch me. Okay, fire didn't get. But those crocodiles are still moving during this cutscene. So that's why I need to be as quick as possible. So I need to not run the crocodiles over. I need to put this bike as close to the guy as possible. I can't do it yet, I need the secret. Okay, one crocodile, okay, they're both still alive. Okay, because that cutscene, I had to depend on him not setting fire to me, and I had to be quick because obviously the crocodiles were still moving during the cutscene. I didn't want them to get under the bike, and I actually want to get them away from here. I do not want these crocodiles. I want to get the crocodiles as far away from the bike as possible because I want to be able to get back on it without the fear of running anything over. Now, I think this just goes back to where I was. I don't actually need to be there anymore. I got so lucky because basically, if the two crocodiles are close together, then it's easier to just drive past and dodge them. If you've got one coming at you and then the other that's like behind, it's harder because if you wait, then the crocodile will come at you and get crushed. If you try and dodge past it, you'll probably just end up running the other one over. Okay. I actually want to trigger these crocodiles because there's it seems it can only have about 5 active enemies at once, and the bats are actually the biggest problem. They're more persistent and they're more likely to get under my bike and get crushed than any other enemy. So I'm actually having these crocodiles here to try and reduce the number of bats. Because by having them, I've now got 4 active enemies. I'm hoping that might cause less bats to trigger. Because bats are the problem. Okay, so I'm coming down here only for the secret. Well, basically, the secret is the only other thing. That's the reason why I didn't just complete the level. If it wasn't for the secret, I could have just completed the level. But obviously there's a secret that I need to get, so I couldn't just complete the level. Now if you're playing this game, doing this level, it's probably easy to just memorize the numbers, but I never do memorize stuff, so I need to do it the proper way. So obviously I remove that thing so I can see that symbols. I have no idea what the symbols are, but obviously I can match it probably. I can hear the crocodiles. Okay, this is annoying. I'm trying to see and it keeps going weird. The camera angle goes weird and that thing's blocking my sight. I think it's 1 and 3. And it was. Now I need the other one. And I can't look. Camera's angle is weird. I see the shapes on there. Problem is, I can't look at that and see the other things at the same time. And I'm falling down. think it's everything but free. So that one had 3 symbols, so it's easier to remember the symbol that it isn't, rather than the 3 that it is. And I think it's everything but 3, so... That's right. And locusts. I'd rather get rid of them before I go back up. Of course, you can get rid of them by saving and reloading, but I'm not sure if that would constitute a glitch. So I'm not going to risk it. And I'm glad that did not set fire to me. And bats have been triggered. And this is the best place to save, because those bats can make this bit rather tricky. Not just because they make it tricky when trying to jump to the rope. Let's use a medivac. Not just because they make it tricky when you're trying to jump to the rope and when you're trying to swing to the secret. I mean, they do make that tricky, but what's harder is trying to actually climb up into the crawl space where the secret is. Because the bats are very good at attacking you, knocking you out of place, and then making you fall as you try and, like, climb into the secret, if that makes sense. Yeah, at the moment I'm too far to the right. I don't know if I might change a bit to the left, but that doesn't look like it's going to work at the moment. And that doesn't look any better. That looks like it might work. I find that going far to the side can reduce the chances of them knocking out of place. Also, pulling yourself up just after they attacked you, obviously it worked. I managed to get up the first time. When I was completely new to it, I think that's when I had the problems, but I think with a bit of practice I may have gotten better, or maybe I just get lucky sometimes. Well, with that in mind, all we have to do now is complete the level, then it's on to Citadel, and then that's the gyro section done. Well, so far, I have to say, I haven't found this section as bad as I thought I would. For some reason, it's been... I mean, City of the Dead was a pain, but... And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's been easy, but this has gone better than I thought. Obviously, I'm not done yet, but... It's gone quicker than I thought, and it's been not as bad as I thought. Obviously, the Alexandria section, that lived up to what I expected it to be. An absolute nightmare. But there's still Giza to worry about. obviously I'm doing this to get back over, and I've also got to really outpace the bats. And it's not going well. And crocodiles. And I've got to avoid the fire and crocodiles. Okay. I have to be on the bike, otherwise it doesn't work. Locusts. Oh, bats. Stupid bats. Well, there you have it. You do have to be very quick. See, I tried to make things easier for myself by having the bike as far as possible. Because obviously the further it is, the more time I've got to get a lead, but obviously the bats are fast. Hoping that maybe by taking them down here I might get a bigger lead. But things could be a lot worse. I mean, just imagine if I think about all like the giant beetles that are in this level. I mean, fortunately I've managed to not trigger them. But imagine if I had triggered them and, you know, adding that to everything. That would just be a nightmare. Okay, I may have an okay lead. What? Well, an okay lead's no good when you're on fire. Not quite sure how that managed to get me. I thought I was doing okay. The bats were some distance behind. I reckon I would have been okay had I not been attacked. That's one of the other difficulties. Survival. Seems easier just to jump like that. I'm only seeing one bat at the moment. I want to see about 5, don't I? Where are the others? Other bats, where are you? Okay, well I see a second one. I don't have much of a lead at the moment. Locusts as well to make things worse. Okay, well the bats are in higher numbers now. So I was sure I wasn't going to make it that time. There seemed to be nothing between the bats and I. They seemed far too close. They seemed closer than the first time, and that failed. Yeah, they seem a bit further behind this time. On my way. fire, mist. Please tell me it's just locusts that are on me. That's just locusts. Okay. And we're here.
You are a strong woman.
Lara, and you handle yourself pretty well, Sergeant. You've got the codes? What now?
After all we've been through, I think not. This is merely insurance.
Against what?
Against your stopping me from doing my duty. Somebody needs to drive that truck in there.
Kamikaze.
Whatever it takes for my country. In the next life, then, my friend.
We're at Citadel. Statistics 60 secrets out of 70, only 10 more to go. So Citadel is the final level in the section that we're in. I save here, and that'll be the end of the level, end of Citadel Gate. So thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed.